let's talk about how to finish ballet class for 3 and 4-year-olds. So you'll want to give yourself about 5 minutes for this portion of class. You might not need 5 minutes if you have a smaller class, or if you have students who are a little bit more mature, can follow directions really well. You probably won't need 5 minutes, but generally speaking, it's good to allow for 5 minutes, especially at the start of the year when, they just need a little bit more help. So you have finished class, and this is regardless of whether you've done just a ballet class or a ballet tap combo class, whatever kind of class you've given, this is the very end of the class. So this is about how you get the kids from the dance studio out of the dance studio. So they have finished class. The next thing you're going to have them do is sit down on their spot. They sit down and you are going to give them a stamp on their hand. I do stamps. A lot of teachers do stickers, and that's totally cool too. I used to do stickers, and then sometimes I found it would get kind of dramatic because if a student lost a sticker, like it fell off, and they needed a second sticker, then everyone else wanted a second sticker. So I switched over to stamps, and I don't know, it works well. I will say that I don't give them choices on the stamp. I have one stamp and one ink pad, and that's what we get for that particular day. I might rotate them out every week so that they get a different stamp each week or a different color, but I really don't give them choices in this particular area because I just find it can just be drawn out so much. Now, if you have a class that you feel they would do just fine getting that choice, absolutely give them choices. I'm all for giving students choices when it makes sense. So anyway, you give them their stamp or their sticker, and the next thing you're going to do is very dependent on the expectations of the dance studio that you are teaching in. So you would either have everybody gather all of their things and then line them up and then open the dance studio door and disperse the kids, give the kids back to the parents, or if the studio prefers that the parents come in and get their kids in the studio as opposed to out in the hallway, you would do that. But I guess really what I want to say is that you want to know what the expectation is, and then you want to plan around it accordingly. What we don't want is to give them all their stamps and then goodbye, and then just kind of let chaos take over the scenario. You've had this productive class, you've had a productive reverence, you've had a nice, calm sticker stamp time. We don't want to undo all that beauty by dispersing them into chaos, right? So I highly encourage you to gather all the information you need from the dance studio owner about what is protocol and what they expect you to do, and then plan accordingly. If that means you need to make sure that all the little kids gather their things and you get them in a line by the door, and then you open the door and then they run out to their parents in the hallway, then do that. If it means that they gather all their things but then you open the door and the parents come into the studio, then do that. Figure out what is expected and then make a plan to suit that. That way the students know what to expect, the parents know what to expect, and you feel that you have really planned everything from the very moment they step into the classroom to the very moment they exit. You have planned the entire thing. It's wrapped up really nicely, and then once that last student leaves the dance studio, success, you have finished class, and it's on to the next one.